Hello and welcome to another episode of Women Locked Up Before and After. And of course, everyone knows that I had mentioned in one of my last videos that I put up that I was going to be doing a transition phase on like things you'd be doing when you get out on parole or probation or even jail. Sometimes you can get out of jail on the same thing, probation, not parole, if you ain't never been in trouble before. Say you got in trouble for the first time, your first felony, normally, in, most states, you get probation or something, if you've never been in trouble, before in your life. Well, this one is for going home on parole or probation, but it says parole. So I'm going to read this to you and then just say a few things and then I'll be done. So please hear it out because it's really important, especially for, like I said, for the ones that are going home. It's very important to know this information. Parole. If you are required to be under some type of MDOC supervision, this is for Mississippi Department of Corrections because it says MDOC, so I'm going to say DOC. If you are required to be under some type of DOC supervision, it is highly recommended that you and your family member establish a positive relationship with the assigned parole officer. Parole officers have the responsibility to protect the community. Your family members' cooperation with the parole officer can contribute to your successful re-entry, which that means entering back into society. You and your family members should consider the following questions if you will be under some type of DOC supervision. When is your first report time? That's the first thing. When everybody knows, or anybody knows who's been to jail or prison before, that when you get out, the first thing you do is what? Thank you. Go to your probation. You have to report. First thing is always report to your parole or probation office. Always. That's the number one thing. If you get out later than usual and it's a long trip, they will usually see you the next day, and sometimes they'll even wait until the next week. But most of the time, sometimes it can even be the same day if it's in the same county. But most of the time it's the next day. But anyway, okay, like it says here, usually within 24 hours of release. Has a parole officer been to your family member's house for verification of residence? That's another thing. I went through this. I'm sure anybody else out there knows that they check your address before you ever get released. They make sure it's approved. They have to approve your address. That is a very big thing. And you cannot be living with another convicted felon. Okay, one more time. This is based on Mississippi state rules and regulations. I don't know about other places, but I'm pretty sure it's close to the same thing because you're not supposed to. I don't think felons are supposed to be with other felons. Like they're trying to, legally. Okay, what are your required conditions of release? Like on your parole paper, what does it say? Like mine said no alcoholic beverages, which I don't know why, because I used to drink, but it was like back before my daughter was ever born. She's 17 years old now. This is a long time ago. I don't know why I said that. I guess it's parole thing. But it'll say it'll say attend AA meetings or of course pay your court monies. It'll say court monies, probation fees or supervision fees, whatever. Things that you have to do when you go. What are your required? Okay, I just said that. I'm sorry. Is there any other member of your household under some type of MDOC supervision? And that goes back to what I just said. You cannot be living with another convicted felon. Now, I'm not sure, but according to some other people that I've talked to, I think if you're married, that's a different thing. But if you're not married, you cannot live with a convicted felon in the state of Mississippi. Do you have a curfew? Curfew? I had a curfew. My curfew on my parole paper, my parole docket. I'm sorry, you're horn honking. It's outside. I can never get it break, can I? Anyway, yes. Do you have a curfew? My curfew, I think it said 10 o'clock. Okay, I can say this in the state of Mississippi. For some reason, parole and probation are different curfews. I think parole is more or less lenient, and probation's more like they want you to like be in like at 9 o'clock or something like that, or maybe it's 10 and vice versa. Like I think maybe probation. You got okay. I remember now. Probation, you have to be in by 9:30 or 10, and parole you have to be in by 10:30 or 11. Yes, I remember. It's on my parole docket somewhere. I'll have it with me. I do have a picture of some inmates that I wanted to show you in a minute. I'm going to show you that before I get off of here. I'll make this video short and sweet. Okay. Will you be on electric monitoring? That means GPS or house arrest. And if you are going to be on that, what are the conditions? Like, what are you going to be doing? Are you going to be working and all that? All these things are going to come up when you get out. That's why I'm doing this transition thing, because you're going to go through you're going to go through all these things I'm talking about. If you're going to get out, you're going to be out on parole or probation or anything. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's the only reason I'm doing this. I'm doing this to help people understand what they're going to be facing when they get out. Okay. The parole officer has the authority to visit your residence 24 hours a day to provide supervision. This may include searches of the residence and or random drug testing. Okay, yes, they do random drug testing. Some of them don't even worry about it. It depends on what kind of officer you got, but always be prepared if you think you're going to have a bad one. Most places I've ever seen, I've never seen one, which I've only been into one when they moved to another place, but it was still the same. There was always a mirror right behind the toilet, like, hang on. There's always a mirror all the way around you, and someone stands right there. Usually it's a woman for a female and a male for, or a man for male. And they'll make sure that you're peeing the cup and not doing something else, I guess. But there have been other people that knows how to do it. They actually have something I've seen people actually, not seen them, but know of people that actually popped a balloon and peed. I don't know how they done it when they were sitting there watching, but whatever. Always be prepared for that. Random drug testing. Okay. Oh, on the residence, visiting your residence. The only time that they can do that, I know it says on here they can do it any time or whatever, but no, they don't. Only if it's marked on your parole paper. If it's saying that if it says filled something, I can't remember. I'm sorry. Filled something. Anyway, something to it filled. That means visiting your house. If it's not checked on there, then they can't come to your house unless they call you first or you agree or whatever. You know what I mean? Last, are there any guns in the residence? Anybody knows a convicted felon cannot have a gun. Or they cannot be living with somebody who has a gun in their home either, because in Mississippi, I paroled out to my dad's, and they literally had to make sure he didn't have a gun, and he did, and his name registered, to him, and I think he took it to a friend's house. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna give all the information, but yes, You cannot have a gun, and they don't even want you carrying a pocket knife in Mississippi. I don't know how it is anywhere else. Please comment below if it's anything different anywhere else, because I would love to know. I'd love to know these things. Okay, last thing. It is a parole officer's job to create a plan for the parolee to facilitate a smooth transition from prison to the outside world. Whenever you meet your parole officer, you need to be open, honest, and always present yourself with a good attitude. You need to always communicate to him or her your need for help as you transition from prison back to your community. Even if he or she has a bad attitude and it does not appear you are going to get much help, always maintain a good attitude with honesty. That's all I wanted to say to y'all. I've got one picture to show y'all too. It's just some inmates from a place. This is a Bugle Big Shots. It's just a little paper they make every month or week or whatever. But that's how they dressed where I was at. Green and white or black and white stripe. This is a black and white paper, but that's some of the inmates. I know that girl right here. Wait, right here. Right here. I was down there with her. But yeah, that's how they dress down there. Oh, there we go. I can't get everything in it. Oh, and I knew her too. She worked in the hair zone, cutting hair. But yeah, that's a lot. Anyway, I just want to show y'all that. There's a little something there. But I'm going to keep on with this transition phase until it's over with. There's not much. It's probably about 4 or 5 more videos. And it's a really helpful information. So please, if you have any questions about any of this, comment below. And I really appreciate you watching everything. And I appreciate everybody also for all your support as far as still being here with me this far. I got past 300 subscribers finally. I was at like 100 and something forever. But I'm not going to give up. I'm going to be here no matter what. It don't have to be for money or not money or whatever. I'm going to be here because I want to help people. And anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I want y'all to please keep watching and watch for my upcoming videos. And I got another good video coming up for y'all besides the next transition video. So anyway, please like, comment, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell. And peace and love y'all. Bye.